What's up, you guys? It's your girl Sierra, and I am back with another video for the channel. If you are new, I'm Sierra. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And for those of you who've been here before, what's good, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me, which I'm super excited about. I don't think I've ever done a chit chat get ready with me on my channel before, so hopefully you guys like it because that's what I'm doing today. So we're gonna do our makeup together, you guys. And the topic that I'm gonna be talking about with you guys today is lessons that I've learned from my previous failed relationships. Ooh, tea. I've been through a lot with dating, situationships, relationships, and I've experienced quite a few things that I don't feel I deserved given my age. What I want to tell you guys, if you are in your early 20s right now, or if you're like 18, 19, young adult, don't center your early adulthood around men and relationships. Like, if it comes your way and it works out for you, that's great, obviously, because I am in a relationship right now, but don't make that the center of your life. Focus on getting yourself together, growing, learning, having fun, creating memories with friends and family, and just living life as best as you possibly can. And I wish that I would have done that sooner, just because I feel like a lot of things could have been avoided in my early adulthood when it comes to failed relationships. So I'm just gonna share with you guys some things that I have learned from my previous experiences. Some of these things may be basic things. Some of these things may also be more complex and some things that y'all really need to hear. And I mean no offense or no judgment when I say any of these things, because like I said, I'm speaking from my own personal experiences with the lessons that I'm sharing with you guys today. So yeah, you guys, that's today's topic. And like I said, we're gonna do our makeup together too. So we're gonna get into this video, you guys. Again, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. And now let's talk into our makeup. So I'm a little bit unprepared with this video. I have this little mini mirror that I'm gonna be using to do my makeup with, so don't judge me, you guys. I don't have my bigger full-size makeup mirror with me, but this is gonna work just fine. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I already did my eyebrows off camera because what we not finna do is try to talk and do our eyebrows at the same time. That's what we not finna do. Y'all gonna be sitting here watching me for like 10-20 minutes trying to do my eyebrows, and we don't got time for that. So I did them, So I did them off camera, so I'm just gonna get into my eyeshadow right away, and let's talk about these lessons that I've learned. So I have them on my phone, so I'm just gonna pull them up real quick. And then for my eyeshadow look, I'm gonna be using my Nikita Dragon palette. I'm still kind of trying to decide what I wanna do for my eye makeup, but it's fine. We gonna figure it out as we go. Okay, so the first lesson that I've learned is sometimes, and I'm sorry y'all for how some of y'all are about to feel about this, but sometimes our standards are really ridiculous when it comes to dating. And that's what's interfering with our happily ever after. So for me personally, I feel like I used to have really shallow standards in a sense. Well, to be honest, I really don't feel like I had any strict standards at all. But image-wise, I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted someone who was black. I wanted a nice black man who was nice and tall, had tattoos, and was just like, I don't know, but I just had this image in my head of what I wanted my partner to look like. And it was honestly really shallow and just ridiculous, because the type of guys that I liked and that I kind of attracted, they were not husband material, father material. And it's like I always said that I'm dating to marry, but it's like the guys that I was dealing with, it's like looks were great, but their personality and the way they treated me wasn't the way that I deserved to be treated. And that's not to say that they were treating me like pure shit or anything like that, but you know, they just weren't treating me like a princess or a queen, which I am. So that was really interfering with me finding my potential happily ever after. It was because I was more so focused on their looks and not so much how they were treating me as their significant other. So you guys, I know some of y'all have these standards of like, oh, my man to be like 6'5", and he needs to have his own car and his own house, and he needs to be making this much and da 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 da. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have standards, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with preferences, but all I'm saying is sometimes the type of guys or women, whoever, whatever type of people that we like may not always be the best for us. Like my man now, he is not who I would typically date, you know? Like back then, I would have never dated him. Like I was so like stuck in what I wanted, and you know, my standards were just really shallow, and I probably could have avoided a lot of trauma that I went through if I wasn't being so shallow with my standards. But all I'm saying, you guys, is sometimes your standards are the issue. And I know some of y'all family and friends ain't gonna tell y'all that, but I'm gonna tell y'all that sometimes your standards are really shallow, and you gotta sometimes step outside of your comfort zone, be willing to try new things, maybe date outside of your race. Because the type of black men that I wanted were not that great. I'm gonna just leave it at that, just in case any of them are watching, you know. But yeah, sometimes you guys, you gotta really evaluate your standards, and that's okay. Like, yes, looks do matter, but they are not, and they should not be the most important thing that you're looking for in a partner. Like my man now, like I said before, he's not who I would typically date, but he's not ugly. My white man is not ugly. He is so precious to me and near and dear to my heart. I love him. He treats me amazingly, and he stimulated me in my brain. I've never had any of my previous partners literally stimulate my mind, and I love that about my boyfriend. Like, he's great. Baby, if you're watching, hi. You better be watching. But all I'm saying, you guys, is step outside of your norm. Don't be so strict on looks when it comes to your standards, and just be willing to try out new things, and that might be your happily ever after. Who knows? So that's the first thing I've learned. Primer, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And then for my foundation, I'm going in with my NARS foundation. Okay guys, so the next lesson that I learned is that you should not give your body to every person that you encounter. And what I mean by that is, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Oh, no. Oh, I got foundation on me. Shoot. But what I was saying is, I know I've said this before on my channel, but sex these days has just lost its meaning. And you know, nowadays it's like, oh, I like you, I think you're cute, want to have sex? Yeah, let's do it. And I have been there before, you know, just looking for love in the wrong places type of thing. And honestly, you just should not be having sex with everybody that you find attractive or everybody that you like. I feel like sex is something that should be earned. Not everybody deserves to have sex with you. I feel like ladies especially, we need to be treating our bodies like they are treasures and prizes, because they are. They should not just be automatically given to someone just because you think this guy is cute, or because they told you you look pretty, or because they're telling you what you want to hear. They need to earn that. You should not just be going and having sex with someone so easily, and you shouldn't be giving it up that easily. And again, I will always stress this, I am not judging, because I have been there, and I'm telling you guys this because I am not proud of it. I have given my body to people who did not deserve it whatsoever, and it's like, dang, like I gave my body to them, and now that's something that they can say that they did, like they had sex with me. Like, congratulations, you got it, but it's like sucky for me because they didn't deserve to have sex with me, you know. Another thing, oh my god, just got foundation all in my hair, goodness. Another thing too is that you don't want to just go and have sex with somebody, you know, you go out, you have a good time, you meet somebody, you do the do, and then you end up pregnant. Now you stuck with a baby, you pregnant by some dude who may or may not care about you, who's not gonna be there for the baby like that, and you don't want to be in that situation. You don't want to be in that situation. So you really want to, like I said, treat your body like it's a prize. Let people earn that privilege, you guys. Don't just be out here having sex with any and everybody. And also, I know I've said this multiple times on my channel, all them soul ties you creating and swapping energies with people, it's real. And if you don't know that now, eventually it's gonna catch up to you. So you cannot be having sex with any and everybody, you guys. Now I'm going in with concealer. I'm going in with my NYX concealer. Just gonna apply my concealer real quick. So now I'm gonna go in with my one size translucent powder. Here it is. I already got some powder dumped out, so I can't show you guys the container because I don't want to spill anything. So the next lesson that I learned, which is a really, really big one when it comes to dating, is that you shouldn't depend on your partner for your happiness. Like, you should not let them be your main source of happiness. In the past, I've had a bad history of doing that. I was very like introverted, and I always stayed to myself. So it's like whenever I would get a partner, they would like automatically become my source of happiness. It's like, okay, I finally have something going on in my life. I have someone to occupy my time and entertain me. Not a good idea. Because, like I said, the purpose of this video is talking about lessons I learned from failed relationships. So what do you think happened when that relationship ended? What did I have going for myself? Well, let me not say it like that. I had things going for myself, but it was like my partner tended to be my source of entertainment. I wasn't really hanging out with my friends anymore. I wasn't comfortable with doing things by myself. I didn't have a super strong relationship with myself. So I was just so codependent of my partner and relied on them for everything. And then once the relationship ended, I was just kind of sitting there like Murphy Dirt. You don't want to be that girl who has to rely on their man as their source of happiness. I've made a video about this, and I'm going to reiterate what I said in that video. You need to have things going on for yourself outside of your significant other. All you're doing is just giving your partner to have much power over you in your life, that they're like dictating essentially how things are gonna go. It's so important to have hobbies and interests of your own, making sure that you're working, whatever it is, you need to have something going on for yourself outside of your significant other. And I know I'm saying a lot about, you know, don't depend on a man, but this goes for men dating women too. Like, make sure you always have your own stuff going on outside of your relationship. Your partner should not be your only source of happiness. I remember seeing this quote a long time ago. I think Will Smith said it, but it was something like, you and your partner don't come together to make each other happy. You're both already happy as individuals, and you come together to like create more happiness or to add more happiness. But they should not be your main and only source of happiness. They should not be the only reason why you are happy. Like, what else do you have going on for yourself? You do not want to be in a situation, and again, you guys, I'm just speaking from experience. Just make sure you have other things going on. Get into some sort of something. I don't care what it is, as long as it's safe, it makes you happy, it's beneficial for you, do it. Whatever makes you happy, do it. Do not be so codependent on another person, because people will let you down. Speaking from experience, you guys, people will let you down. People will always let you down. Next, I'm gonna go on with this bronzer by Juvia's Place, and I'm gonna use this top shade. The next thing that I learned, which is a really, really big one, and this was something that I was doing for a guy that I like really, really liked once upon a time, And that is something that you guys have all heard. Don't change yourself or try to do things that you wouldn't normally do to get a guy to like you. I remember there was this guy that I really, really liked, and I just wanted to date him so badly. And it's like the most I could get from him was texting. Like, he would not make any plans to see me, or if we did make plans, he would kind of like, I don't want to say he would swindle me, but it was like, oh, I'll see, oh, I'll let you know type of thing, that type of stuff. So like, he was not taking me seriously, but I just liked him so bad, again, because he was just so fine. But I was like really going out of my way to do things to make him like me that I wouldn't normally do. I'm not gonna say what, but I'm not proud of it. Sometimes I'm just like, dang, like, why was I doing all that? Because when you do that, first of all, you're not being genuine. Like, you want your potential future significant other to like you for who you genuinely are. You don't want to give anybody the wrong idea about who you are and how you do things, how you would function in a relationship if that's not really you. And then it's like, if you have to like go through all of these extremities to get a guy to like you, or a woman, whoever, maybe you shouldn't be with them. Because you shouldn't have to try to change who you are to get somebody to like you. Like I said, you want your significant other to actually know you for you, and you shouldn't have to try to change yourself to adapt to them. If you guys don't match, you just don't match. And that's all it is. It's one thing if you're like trying to be open-minded and try something new, see if maybe that's something you guys could bond over. But it's a whole nother thing when you are just trying to change who you are as a person, or doing things besides yourself. You're doing things outside of your normal character. That's when it becomes an issue. Like, if you feel uncomfortable doing something and you're just doing it to impress whoever, you don't need to be with that person. There are so many people in this world that you can meet and will align with you so much better. But yeah, you don't need to be doing too much to try to get somebody to like you or to impress them. You want to impress them with who you really are. You want to be your genuine and authentic, unique self. And the right person will appreciate who you are. They won't ask you to do things that you wouldn't normally do just to like pass the time or to have some sort of entertainment for the night or for the week or whatever. Be yourself. And like I said, the right person will come along and they will like you and accept you for who you are. And that is what you want more than anything. You don't gotta do too much for somebody who's meant for you. Next, I'm gonna go in with this face powder by NYX to set the rest of my face. The next lesson that I learned, which is a super huge one, and you all have heard it before, but I'm definitely gonna reinforce it. They will only do what you allow. If you allow your significant other to talk to you any type of way when they're upset, if you allow them to cuss at you when they're upset, call you out your name when you're upset, they will continue to do it. If you continue to accept apologies and there's no changed behavior and you stay, they're going to keep doing it. If you continue to allow someone to manipulate you and gaslight you, they're going to continue to do it. I have experienced a lot of things with dating, like I said in the beginning of this video, and it's like, yes, I can be mad at them for how they were treating me, but I also have to be mad at myself because I knew I didn't like the way I was being treated, but I stayed and therefore I allowed it and therefore it continued. It's not like I was just being super naive and I didn't know what was going on. I just wanted to be loved by a man so bad. And it's sad because that's not how it should be. You should never love a man more than you love yourself, or a woman more than you love yourself. You should never love your significant other more than you love yourself. You should never allow someone to continuously disrespect you just so you can say that you're in a relationship. And that's something that I was doing for a while. I was just allowing a lot of mistreatment and just kind of was like justifying their actions, because I do have a degree in psychology, y'all, and I'm very like analytical. I try to find reasons as to why people act the way that they do. behave the way that they behave, speak to people the way that they speak to people. And I would always kind of take that and use that as a justification as to why they were behaving the way that they were. I'm also an empath, you guys, so I would feel for them. And I would always try to take on their problems and try to get them to recognize those problems and try to help them to fix their problems. I am no longer in the business of doing that, but I was just doing way too much. I was excusing them for way too many things, and it only ended up sucking the life and energy out of me and hurting me in the end. They will only do what you allow. You allow them to treat you any type of way and you stay, you don't acknowledge it, or you just like keep bringing it up, because that's something I used to do a lot too. I would always continuously have repeat conversations of the same issue and nothing would change. Well, guess what? It kept happening. Because what was I doing? Staying in that relationship. I wasn't leaving. Don't be afraid to walk away from these people, you guys. Now I'm gonna go in with this blush by Milani. It's so pretty. Now I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow wand for highlighter. This is starting to grow on me, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm gonna go in with my mascaras. So I like to use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise for the top lashes, and then I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. Lash It Loud for the bottom. Now the last lesson that I wanna share with you guys is a very important one. And this is gonna be for you guys who are dealing with situationships. It could be with relationships too, but I think, speaking from my personal experiences and just based on things that I see other people and hear other people talking about too when it comes to situationships, but this could be for anybody. If it feels forced, just leave it alone. I feel like situationships are just what's on and popping right now. And there's a lot of women especially talking about, oh, men ain't shit, da 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 da. Or like I see a lot of women complaining about how they're doing this and that for a guy, but it's not being reciprocated. Or, you know, you really like them and they're not like matching your energy or whatever. Leave them alone then. Especially if it's just someone that you're just talking to, or if you're in that situation. Why are you stressing over somebody that's not even your partner? Like if this was your significant other and somebody that you're dating, okay, yeah, I could see why you would be showing a little bit more grace there and trying to be a little bit more patient. But like if you are really forcing yourself to make something work, you gotta learn to just leave it alone. You're just wasting so much time and energy on a person who isn't worth your time. Like there's so many people in this world who are a better fit for you and could give you what you want, but yet you're over here stressing over somebody else that you ain't even meant to be with. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. Be with someone who puts that effort into you and makes you actually feel wanted. If you're the only one putting in any sort of anything into the relationship or situationship, walk away. Like with the guy that I was talking about before that I used to like a lot, it just felt so forced. And it's like I was preaching about, you know, if it feels forced, leave it alone, da 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 da. But yeah, here I am really like trying so hard to like put myself out there, and I was kind of being a pick-me girl, which is like ew, but that's what I was doing, and I was just trying so hard to make it work. It was giving one-sided, and eventually I just had to learn to leave it alone, because why am I doing all this for this amount of time? And it's like, you don't even care. You don't deserve me. Why am I doing all this? So ladies or men watching this video, if you feel like you are the only one putting in the effort and your partner or crush isn't reciprocating that, give them the peace sign. You gotta go find somebody who's worth your time, because it is not them. Stop trying to force stuff that is not meant for you. God or the universe, whoever you believe in, I believe in God. He has something so much better for you. He has someone so much better for you. Stop trying to force something that's not meant to work. Things that are meant for you come naturally, easily. It feels peaceful, not stressful and like, oh, why isn't this working? Just let things be. Stop trying to force stuff all the time, you guys. It's okay. So those are all the lessons that I have for you guys. I'm gonna do my lipstick real quick and then I'll be right back to close out the video. All right, you guys, so my lips are all done. Makeup look is complete. Comment down below what you guys think of this makeup look. It's something nice and simple. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. It was something a little bit different from what I normally do, kind of. It was still girl chat vibes, but doing my makeup at the same time. I had a lot of fun doing it. Comment down below if you want to see more videos like this. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you are not already. Click the bell so you receive notifications every time that I post. And comment down below any video ideas that you guys may want to see me do. Make sure you're following me on both Instagram and TikTok. I will have both of those usernames in the description box down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.